What's up, YouTube, and welcome to the Adventures of Mark and Finn with Brent, also known tonight as Launchpad McQuack. So if you're new to the channel, if you don't mind, hit that like button. You can subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and it'll alert you of our upcoming videos when they go live or when we post videos. And that really helps the channel out. We appreciate that. And for an announcement, we mentioned it last night, but we're going to mention it every video going forward. But we have a 50 subscriber giveaway coming up. We're getting close to the 50 subscriber mark. And yesterday this came out. It's Death Metal Speed Metal One Shot. And this is the Peach Momoko 1 in 25 variant. So we'll be giving that away for free once we hit the 50 subscriber mark. And we'll announce in video coming up after we hit the subscriber mark what you have to do to enter to win it. Then there's going to be nothing to it. It's not going to be complicated. It's not going to be tricky. So just pay attention to the videos, watch our subscriber count, share our videos, tell people to hop in and join us in the chat and whatnot, and let's get the subscribers up and give away some cool stuff. But we're jumping on tonight to talk about a couple of things, some CGC submissions and CBCS submissions and returns that come back. And Brent just sent some stuff off the CBC, so go ahead and tell us what you sent off.
Yeah, so I only sent two books off. The first one being an Alex Ross sketch cover. They did this storyline when they rebooted Spider-Man back in 2014 and 15 after the Superior Spider-Man run. So after Peter got his body back, they sort of did a this, like, the first story of Peter being Spider-Man called Learning to Crawl, and introduced a cool, like, villain type character called Clash. So yeah, it's the 1 in 300 sketch variant for the 1.3 issue of that volume.
Nice.
And also sent off the also sent off the Legends of the Dark Knight 1 in 25 variant with the Robin King and the dinosaur on the cover, the B-Rex. So hopefully we get some good scores on that one. And yeah, first time actually sending some stuff off to CGC in lieu of, actually buying stuff that's already graded. So excited to get those back. Probably be back sometime in October.
Nice. And that waiting process is really fun, just sitting there anxious and just curious how it's all going to play out. And I just sent some more stuff into CBCS yesterday. I sent in a copy of Ghost Rider issue 1, and one of the local comic stores here in Augusta just started getting up and running with a cleaning and pressing service through CBCS. So I was glad that started, because that Ghost Rider was a lower grade book and can definitely use it. And a week or two ago, I sent in New Teen Titans issue 2, the first appearance of Deathstroke, and I even made a comment then. I wish that they had that service up and running. I don't have a third party person I send stuff to, but he contacted me early this morning before they opened and said he was about to send that set of books off to get graded, and asked if I wanted to move that over to the cleaning and pressing service first. So I was able to put my Secret Wars number 8, my New Teen Titans number 2 off to get cleaned and pressed before they got graded. Because I just got 2 books back from them today that I didn't send in to get cleaned. They were pressed before I got graded. And I was excited to get them back. One of them was the Caliber Presents issue number 1, which is the first appearance of the Crow. And it's awesome to actually have it slabbed, because you can actually get that back cover.
Very nice book.
Yeah, and I actually got this book for free from somebody, and it's in really good shape. It does have some spine ticks and everything on it, but not bad. And it came back a 5.5. And luckily, CBCS has free grader notes. They have these QR codes on the back, which I just read it with my phone right there in the shop. And the shop owner even said that they hit that book really hard. So we pulled the grader's notes up right there, and it said minor spine breaks and a small crease on the front cover. And it's got the smallest, it does have the smallest crease right there. which most of those things, the color breaks aren't pressable, but the minor creasing is. So I'm just going to resubmit it through the cleaning and pressing service, and just all I want to see it hit a 7. And I honest to God think that with a combination of a cleaning and pressing and getting somebody on the book who might not judge it so hard, could probably get it there. I honestly do. I've seen
Yeah.
some of the other stuff that he had cleaned and pressed, and it was miraculous what happened with it. And the other book that I got back today was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 second print, and it's that 1 in 10 variant. That's that Shredder holding the Green Ranger helmet. Definitely my favorite cover they did out of that whole series. Green Ranger is
Oh
my
yeah.
favorite Ranger, and with the Shredder covers, it just looks awesome because that contrast. And that one did come back a 9.8. So I was super, super excited about that. Still have a lot
Heck
of
yeah.
books with them getting graded right now. Those were great. And mail wise, I did get my New Gods issue 1 that showed up, and that's a 7.5. And I got to tell you, this 7.5 is not even as good a shape
Nice.
as that Caliber Presents #1.
Hmm.
But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Somebody had a bad day at CCS apparently.
Yeah, it'll be worth the sending it back in. I'm not really stressing it. It's $35 to get a book graded. It's not that big of a
Yeah.
deal in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
But sent a couple books off. I got a couple books back, and there's a package. I ordered 2 items. I was excited. I was something I've been something I've looked at before over the course of some time, and kind of watching it and watching the prices on them. They haven't been cheap, and I found 2 of them, 2 separate listings for it. One was by itself, and one was together with a group of other books, and they were both listed for right around the same price. So I decided to get both of them. I'm going to get
Nice.
one, and I'm going to keep it, and then the other one I'm going to frame and put in Finn's room, because that art print right over here from the Clayton Crane signing, that's actually my son's, and it's signed to my son. He just at the moment he doesn't want it in his room. He was excited to get it. He was very happy.
Right.
And then when we got the frame for it and put it in the frame, now he doesn't want it. I think he just wants it as a piece of paper. So instead of him doing something crazy
Oh
and
yeah.
throwing a toy at it, yeah. But if I could get into this Rubik's Cube of a box. There it goes. These bad boys are just sitting in here with 3 little air bubbles, just sitting
Awesome.
loose in a box. Yeah, I've had a string of bad luck with the way people ship lately. All right, so there's 5
Yeah.
books in here, and these
Yeah. I
are
told you
all.
yesterday I came home and that package was just sitting on the ground.
All right, these are all from the Stanley's POW Entertainment, the Stan Lee box exclusives.
Nice.
So the first one is, I guess it's called X Cable number 150. But you
Oh,
got
very cool.
Stan and Cable on that bad boy. And it's cool seeing the different artwork of Stan Lee. I just really enjoy that kind of stuff. Like Stan Lee a lot. Then the
Oh
next
yeah.
one is IDW's Ghostbusters Answers the Call #1. What Dreams May Come Part 1. You got Stan down here Ghostbusting it.
That's awesome.
And of course, it's cool that they got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in there. And did you notice how with the Cable one, Stan's pretty much
Oh, yeah, it's a
spoofing him?
Ghostbuster.
He's got pockets just attached to him randomly, just pockets everywhere.
Huh. That's funny.
That's really cool. Yeah, there's a bunch of fanny packs. And then
Go
Deadpool versus Old Man Logan,
ahead.
number
Feel big
1.
there. Oh, nice.
And it looks like Howard up
Very
behind
cool.
him as well.
Yeah.
It looks like they got Howard the Duck in there. And then we have Daredevil Legacy number 595. So I don't know what issue this coincides with in the new stuff, but Legacy numbering is 595.
Oh, very cool.
It's got a Legacy number.
I think that one
You
was
you
actually
picked up
still from
Daredevil.
the yeah, that well, that was right around when they actually changed them to like the so that one technically is actually 595. It wasn't like issue 17 Legacy, whatever.
Yeah. And then the one that I actually ordered the set for, the whole reason that I wanted the set was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 21. And that's just awesome. And if you're familiar with the Power Rangers, you would know that Stan
Yeah.
Lee actually had a hand in their inception in the 70s, when all those Japanese shows were kicking off. And there was actually a Spider-Man show that Stan got licensed over there. And it was out of these shows that were really marketing for kids and their toys, it was the first show to incorporate your hero having a giant robot. They had done Kamen Rider to begin with. It really kind of kicked it off, and then after that, we're just having one hero. They did a team of heroes, and after that, they did Spider-Man, where one hero had a robot. Then they took those two elements and combined them, and you got the Power Rangers with a team of heroes with their robots, with their Zords. That didn't get named that until they made it to America, but Stan was the first person to try to pitch Power Rangers in America, and it didn't happen. Not until Haim Saban picked it up years later, and the person that Haim ended up pitching it to was the woman that, before she got promoted to that position, she and Stan were trying to pitch it to the woman who had her job years before her. So it's pretty cool that he had a Power Ranger cover, because he definitely has a place in their history, and it's really awesome. It's just a really cool
Oh
book.
yeah. I think I sent you a picture of that the local comic shop down here in Charleston. They actually have a figure of that original Spider-Man Zord.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I
five
told
hundred
asked you how
dollars.
much it was. Like, I think they said 150 or something. I said I need it. And the next day you went, it was $500. I'm like, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, if it was
Yeah,
150, I would have snatched
slight
that up.
mistake
500. Yeah, yeah,
on my part.
they deserve that
Yeah.
500 for it, and I hope they get it. They honestly do. It's worth every penny of that. I wish I had
Oh
that to
yeah.
throw at it. I'm just thinking back to some months ago when I went and blew 400 and something dollars on Zords, original Zords in their box all in one go. But I
Oh
walked away with
yeah.
like 4 original Zords and in their boxes and everything.
Yeah.
So it was really a good deal.
Can't beat it.
Plus a whole set of flip heads. But yeah, that's all that
Oh
I got
yeah.
for tonight. Looking forward to doing some more stuff later in the week when we could go over the stuff that we have actually read and start talking story content. So if anybody
Yeah.
gets a chance, what's up, Ruben? As always, there's Ruben.
Hey, what's up, Ruben? I know we haven't met, but
That's
hello. I've heard a lot about
the
you.
comment king right there. Yeah, that's the man. But yeah, you guys just watch for future videos for us. Keep looking at that subscribe number. When we hit 50, we'll start announcing the giveaway. But again, for that 50 subscriber mark, got the Speed Metal issue 1, the Peach Momoko 1 in 25 variant. Excited to give that away. Y'all have no idea. I want it out of my possession. But yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate y'all watching the video.
Yeah,
Remember,
looking
hit that
forward to
like
doing
and
more
subscribe
giveaways.
button. There's a lag time
I
on
think there's a little
Adrian
bit of
over
lag on
there.
our part. Yeah. Um yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to give away. We've been talking about it a good bit. So keep up in the numbers, and we'll keep giving you guys stuff.
Yep, we got a lot of cool stuff planned. Looking forward to doing it.
So I actually got a package in today. These are actually yeah. These are my books from last week back from Augusta. I actually kind of sitting in the waiting room read Outcast number 46. They are building up to um, the last two issues, and I was actually reading in the back of it that it's written by Robert Kirkman and drawn by Paul Azaceta. And in the back of it, they were like, "Oh, sorry, it's taken so long, pandemic and all this stuff." And I'm actually, it's been a little bit harder, kind of hitting all the right notes. So the last two may be a little bit longer, but they're going to be oversized, so that'll be cool. So that story is basically kind of about, yeah. Kind of shorten it up. I won't go through the whole thing just yet, but the premise of the story is it kind of deals with this place. It's sort of described in the story as like another dimension, and you have like a light and a dark side, and the dark side of this other dimension started to eradicate the light, and so the light crossed into our world and sort of attached itself to people. But when those people were or the light versions or whatever you would even want to call it, they don't really have a physical form. When they started coming to our world, it threw theirs into an imbalance, and so the dark part of that world started following it here, and it also attaches itself to people and sort of possesses them. The longer they're in you, then the more attached they become. But the light, which they actually call outcasts, which is where the name of the title, the book comes from. The outcast can eradicate them from people. So they're sort of like a beacon for their dark counterparts to come into our world, and they're wrapping that up right now. I look forward to talking about that a little bit more in the finale of it. Definitely an awesome read. They did have a show on Stars, I think it was, 2 seasons. Wasn't a huge fan of how they ended it, but it was really good for the most part. The first season was, but yeah, awesome Kirkman book. The other thing that came in my little care package today was, of course, Alex Ross Timeless variant, Captain America. I forget what issue it is exactly, but it is a Captain America issue. A lot of the timeless ones that are coming out don't really have anything to do with the characters on the front, don't have anything to do with like the actual title. Like I think I told you, Black Bolt and Medusa are on the next couple Fantastic Four books. But yeah, got that in, and then something I've been waiting on extremely impatiently. Headlopper. This is an awesome cover. That is the Viking Nergal. He is called the Headlopper because he cuts people's heads off.
Straightforward.
And there is no bigger testament to, that right to the point. No
4-second
bigger
delay.
testament to, gotcha, yeah. Not cool. But what are you going to do, right?
Roll with it.
Yeah. One of the main reasons he has his nickname is because I think I mentioned before he chopped the head of a witch off, and he carries it around with him because she's too powerful to fall into the wrong hands. Her name is Agatha the Blue Witch, I actually picked this up. This is Agatha from the book. I picked this up a year or two ago from Andrew McLean's site. It's really awesome. Kind of, I wouldn't say it's up to scale, but got a cool tag on it. Got the logo, and then you also on this side have Andrew McLean's signature. Agatha, it's cool. Her neck is red appropriately. And yeah, he just carries her around with him, and she talks crap to him the entire time. It's hilarious. So, yeah. Looking forward to getting to Headlopper and talking about that as well. This is technically issue number 13, but as I mentioned before, it is a quarterly comic, so there's only 4 issues of it a year. And this is the first issue of volume 4.
And how many volumes do they plan on doing, or is it just kind of you don't know until they come out with them?
December. Not really sure. I did meet him at Heroes a couple of times, and if I remember, he said that they have enough story to do, I think, 20 issues, and that was like a year or two ago. So I'd imagine if people continue to buy it, then they'll keep putting them out. I hope they do. It's a really cool story. It's a little kooky. I really enjoy the artwork. The cover for this one though is just really cool. It's got a almost like a different texture than the rest of the book. I'll throw that up there again real fast. But yeah, really cool. He does another series called not regularly, but it's called Apocalyptic Girl, and it looks like they have another hardcover coming out of that. If the yeah, that's artwork from that, I'm guessing.
Thought she had 3 legs for a second, but it's just some clothing hanging down, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely looks that way. Yeah, very cool. They have some really crazy looking monsters in this book. Again, I haven't read this yet. I'm just kind of looking through it, but that is it's like very simple but intricate cartoony artwork. I like it.
Pretty cool.
It's very different from yeah, very different. It kind of really stands out. So, yeah. They each volume obviously kind of has its own it's very much like an anthology. Like there's no overarching thing. Every volume is very, very self-contained. But I'm still getting it, so definitely enjoyable. It's very funny. It's very
What's the
violent
print
to
run
be.
on those?
That I don't know. I don't imagine it would be very much in the beginning, especially it being a quarterly comic, and with it being a quarterly comic, they are thicker. They're a much larger book. I want to say it's probably they don't have page numbers on this one anymore. Definitely oversized. Looks like the next one is coming out on December 16th. So, yeah, I mean, I would probably say it's maybe 48 pages, 50 something pages each issue is. So definitely enough to kind of tide you over for the quarterly aspect of it.
That'd be rough. I'm just found an image of that witch with a sword through her face.
Oh yeah. Yep. And she's probably still talking crap the entire time, too. Because that's
pretty
not the
cool.
first time that's happened. She gets kicked around a
Again, it
lot.
reminds me a lot of the Last Night on Earth.
Yeah. It's cool because she always complains about being hungry. Like, where's it going to go? You're just ahead. Like, you just want it for the taste, I guess, at that point.
I think of that often with zombie movies and zombie shows. That these zombies are always
Yeah.
wanting to eat, but they're so decomposed. But
Yeah. It'll just go through you.
yeah. But yeah.
Speaking of zombie shows, if you or anybody else watching hasn't checked it out, a zombie. What's up, Bert?
The unboxing stuff. And yeah, he makes a good point. We've actually talked about this as getting an Instagram.
Yeah.
He said you need to Instagram to promote your YouTube, man. That's literally all I use my IG for now, is to promote myself and also to talk to friends through DMs. Yeah, we've talked about getting getting an Instagram set up for it. I'm super duper old school. I just rock
Yeah.
Facebook, so I just have to set one up for that. So that's something that I'm probably gonna end up doing. But unboxing wise, this is the one I went for. I got a set with 5 different Stan Lee box books. There was a Daredevil one, a Deadpool versus Old Man Logan, Cable, and a Ghostbusters. And all of them feature Stan Lee in it, but again, it was for that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 21. And I do even have a second one of these on the way. I bought two of them that I found online. One was by itself. And yeah, it'd be nice to get AOKs from people. It looks like he got one as an AOK. Yeah, that'd be cool to get there. But also
Nice.
I got my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TMNT back from grading today, and it did come back a 9.8. So that's really good news. So to see what the White Ranger comes back. We got some other stuff back and in the mail as well. Got my New Gods issue 1 in yesterday. 7.5 was a great snag on that one. And then Caliber Presents number 1, which is the first appearance of the Crow. This one came back shockingly low. It was a 5.5. It wasn't cleaned or pressed. With CBCS, you get free grader's notes. And I scanned the QR code, and it said just spine ticks and an indentation, a little crease on the front cover right there, just a little crease. And even the shop owner, who's been dealing with comics for a few decades now, he said that they went hard on that book. So I'm just going to send it right back and send it through the cleaning and pressing service, which wasn't available through the shop until after I'd already sent that book. So I've got 3 books at the first appearance of Deathstroke and Teen Titans number 2, Secret Wars number 8, the first symbiote Spider-Man. Keep it simple. And Ghost Rider number 1 that are just got sent off to get cleaned and pressed before I get them slabbed. So that Caliber is just going to come right out of that case. And then, yeah, well, why CBS is because it's offered through a local service here. And these are all for personal collection. They're not for resale. So I really don't care that much on that end. Now, stuff that I would care possibly about that, I would just send to Brent there, because the local comic shop where he's at uses CGC, which I prefer CGC. I like their cases better. I like the white boxes on the labels. I've got a bunch of books up behind me that are CGC, and it's just the convenience of it. And yeah, they have amazing cases now. They really do. For me personally, I'm keeping them. I'm getting them graded for the simple fact to preserve them, to take care of them, and I'm just curious what the grade on them is. And I like to be able to display them. I've got some shelves that'll be here soon that are going up behind me in place of that Marvel poster, and Yeah, I just want to be able to put some up and actually look at the books that I enjoyed buying. A lot of times I buy books and they go in the long boxes, and yeah, you need to get your own GC membership. Man, it's so worth it. Yeah, it's something I might look at doing. It's CBCS is really affordable too. It's crazy how affordable they are. And from what I've seen, like getting my membership is something that me and Brent even talked about, even going in on a membership, because we've done a lot of this comic stuff. We've just lived a lot of life together since we were little kids, and we're
Yeah.
talking briefly about throwing in on membership. But there's a comic shop where he lives that's in walking distance that sends the CGC, so it'd be pointless for us to go in on a membership unless I got my own membership, because I could just give books to Brent. He's in town all the time. I can just send books with him when he goes home, and he can just send them off directly through them. And it's just something that's really not necessary. I've got a comic store here where we can do the same thing with CBS, and their signature verification's cool. We do. Brent's got tons of stuff that's signed that would require getting verified. Now I've got like two Alex Ross books that I got from his website that I would need verified.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just if I was looking to sell this stuff, I would be happy to get it to CGC. But while you're here, Bert, we have a giveaway coming up at 50 subs. It's the 1 in 25 Peach Momoko variant for speed metal. So share away that info with people. Once we hit 50 subs, we'll announce the giveaway for it. But yeah, man, it's getting late for
Yeah,
me.
we
I
got a
don't know
lot
if
of
you
good
got
stuff to give
anything
away.
else, Brent. Yeah.
No, not really. Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap it up and find something to eat before I gotta go to bed. 5 o'clock comes early.
Yeah, I'm about
But
right there with you. I'm starving myself.
yeah, well, I appreciate y'all popping in again. Appreciate it, Ruben, and it was good seeing Burke Family 54 Comics in here. He was very helpful in me figuring out how to even go about getting this started, so we can start doing this and chatting with people. But y'all have a good night, and make sure to watch for your notifications. We'll be doing it again real soon.
Later.